What up? What up? What up? Chop shop. What's happening? What's happening? What's good with you, everybody? Oh my goodness. Pain, pain, pain. We can't buy a break, man. I won't cry, man. Come on, man. Like, that last minute of the game was some of the worst stuff I ever seen, man. We just find new ways to lose ball games, bro. Like, what is up? I was so super satisfied with this game until the last 50 seconds. Bro, we had like 4 or 5 turnovers within the last 6 possessions, bro. Oh my goodness, man. Damn. Oh my goodness, fam. What have we do? What are we doing, man? Come on, bro. Like, damn, dog. Damn, man. Eric Gordon, what is you doing, bro? What the hell? You 16 years strong in the game, man. You can't close out like that on, man. Come on. Man, come on. Oh my goodness. Jalen Green was awesome. LP was damn good until that turnover. Oh my goodness. The last thing you can do is turn the ball over in the inbound. Just get the ball and let them foul us and go hit some free throws, bro. Oh my goodness. You got to be quicker than that. Oh man, it kind of remind me of that commercial with the dude with the little fake fish and it's holding it up and the dude's reaching for it and it's like you got man, we had a victory dangling right in front of our faces, bro. We couldn't finish. Oh my goodness, CSGs, what we gonna do? What are we gonna do, man? Oh my goodness. Right now, I want Eric Gordon. He got to be traded. You know what I'm saying? Eric Gordon got to be traded. What is he? He don't play back to backs. Half the game he don't even show up. The other half he just turning the ball over. And then this just like the icing on the cake. I'm so tired of seeing Eric Gordon. Eric Gordon is like Knicks to me now. Oh my man. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. If Eric Gordon is on this team after the damn trade deadline, we really not a serious organization, bro. Like, come on, EG. And I can't even be mad at the refs, even though they did do some crazy, like, they had some crazy calls as well. But KJ Martin with his tunnel vision, drawing that charge, that was like the beginning of the end. That was like the beginning of the end, dog. They just wasted a 40 piece from Jalen and damn near a triple double from Sengun. Why the hell Silas will run the same play over? Why would you spam that out of bounds play, bro? And it's not like Fox was hot. He was bricking. He bricked the whole fourth quarter. Like, why would you do that, Eric Gordon? Why? I would have been cool with him just making the shot. But bro, you send this man to the line for 3 on a 3-pointer, bro. You cannot do that. Fundamentals, like, come on, dog. Come on, man. The dude, you just gotta let him shoot that, EG. You just gotta let him shoot it. Make him miss league, man. He was bricking up all. Oh man, I mean, he was bricking all fourth quarter, man. What possessed you to close out that hard on that guy? Now, granted, he didn't get him up top. He didn't hit his wrist. He didn't, put his body into him. He just didn't give him space to really land, and he kind of nicked his foot at the end. Like, bro, you don't have to be that close to that guy, man. Like, he was not. He just threw up a Hail Mary, and we bailed him out. Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh. First of all, what's happening, CSGs? Am I mic clear? Am I echoing? Am I reverbing? Let me know, man. Let me know, man. Come on, man. Let's see who we got in here with us tonight. Glad y'all joining us over here at the Chop Shop. This got to be something like therapeutic session again after I thought we was going to come in here and, oh, my goodness. Silas had to, he tried to hold these guys accountable. He took Sengun out. He talked to him. He kind of got through to them. Like, it's hard to beat a team back-to-back anyway. So, I wasn't totally expecting us to just get blown out the water. I entered this game not really having much expectations, but to play hard and to give effort. But then when I seen like how Jalen was playing and how Sengun was playing most of the game, right up to the last minute, I kind of built my hopes up, and they slammed the door in my face, bro. In our face, bro. Like, what is going on? Man, this team will give you a mental breakdown. Like, they played so well. Man, they played so good. CSGs, man. Let's get to it. Who in here with me? Let me read them out. Roll call, roll call. Sigga Miggs, what's happening, Sigga Miggs? Devin 95, what's popping with you, brother? Eagles 2020, what's good? Kenny S, what's happening? Jose Pato, what's popping? Swaggy D, what's good with you, Swaggy? Baba Shola, what's happening, Baba Shola? Who else we got with us? ILR United, what's popping with you, brother? JB Thax, what's good? Third Coast Alliance, what's happening, bro? What's happening? Let's see, who else we got? Alex Mid, what's good, Alex Mid? Arshawn March, what's popping? Brandon Simpson, what's good with you, Brandon? Big Beezy, what's good with you, Big Beezy? Shark Shock, what's happening, Shark Shock? Let's see, Ray Dollar, what's good, Ray Dollar? Appreciate you for joining us. Red Dragon 83, what's popping? Bobby Jinko, what's good, Bobby? Terry Agent, I see you, brother. Sleep Art 11, what's popping with you, man? Aaron Lee, what's good, Aaron Lee? Merc 1, what's good, Merc 1? Not your average 10K, what's good, what's good? Appreciate you for joining us. Fluid, what's happening, Fluid? Clone 33, what's good with your clone? Dan Deach, what's happening, Dan Deach? Al Comedy, what's good, Al Comedy? Usagami, what's happening, Usagami? Bumper, what's happening, Bumper? Fi, what's good, Fi? James Pierce, what's popping? Alberto David, what's good with you? Man, oh man, oh man. What can I say? What can I say? Excellent game, bro. Excellent game. The effort was there. The rotations just didn't suck. We didn't have a three-man rotation. We didn't see any nicks. I mean, it was good. It was good. It was so good, man. Omni Reality. What's popping, Omni Reality? It was so good, man. You know what I feel like? I feel like you know when you I don't know if anybody ever happened to them before. Like when you go to a restaurant and you just eating your food and that joint is just slamming. And then when you peel back like the mashed potatoes, you see a fat ass hair in your stuff. Like, then it just sours you. Danye Thomas, what's good, Danye Thomas? It just leave a nasty taste in your mouth. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm not ultra just bad. I mean, upset with the game. It's just the ending just could have been. It just leave you wanting more, man. I mean, it's like we finally made it. We finally made it to the promised land, and then nope, we got another mile to go. You know what I'm saying? Bobby Jinko, what's happening, Bobby Jinko, with the $1.99 super chat? What's up, John? He says rather lose like that than just get stomped out. For sure, I'm not gonna lie. I'm in a better mood than I was last game. You know what I'm saying? I'm in a better mood than I was the last game. I guess, we can't have it all, But, bro, this was just so like, oh my goodness. It's like heart-wrenching. It's just like, what is, oh my man. Oh man. The last minute just was just chaos. Like, oh my goodness. Oh man, bro. I mean, this is what it's gonna be. This is what it's gonna be. And we see all these trades happening around the world, around the league. Everybody's trying to get better. And our GM is still MIA. Stone is still missing in action. I have no idea where this guy is at. They said the Boston Celtics was interested in Jae'Sean Tate for Grant Williams. I mean, trade him. Like, we need... Oh, man. EG gotta go. By tomorrow at 2 p.m., the trade deadline will be over. And I'm hoping, man. Tillman was there. I even seen Tillman on the sideline. EG ran straight into him. And we actually got away with that because EG tipped that ball at the end when Fox was trying to hit it. So we got us one. That's why I'm not all the way mad at the refs, but EG made the refs. He put them in that position. You know what I'm saying? To have to call it. Slim Boss, what's good, Slim Boss? EG, bro. EG. Oh, come on. Why would you do that, bro? That's one thing I can't get over, man. I can see if that was Jabari or Josh Christopher, one of our young guys that did it, I could totally understand. But EG, the oldest guy he older than Silas almost. This dude know better than that. And I don't know if y'all been really paying attention to all the trades going on, but the Utah Jazz, man, they are kicking off their rebuild in good fashion. That's how you rebuild. Danny Ainge is over there putting in work. And Stone is just around here. Like I said last time, what is he doing? Shining his head? Like buffing his head? What is this man doing? Sitting on his fingers, twiddling them? Like, I'm hoping Tillman sees this and like he's gotta make like he made Maury trade CP3. What do EG have on this organization to where they feel like they can't part ways with this man? You know what I'm saying? My boy Frank, all right, you want the link, Frank? Hold on, I got you, bro. I got you. Give me a second, bro. What is this? This just, it's madness, man. This is chaos, bro. Like, what is, oh my goodness. Hold on, I'm getting you the link, Frank. I'm getting you the link. Oh man. So close, but so far away. So close, but so far away, brother. All right, Frank. Link coming to you, brother. There you go, Frank. There you go, Frank. And Brandon Simpson, I see you say Sengun really threw this game. He really didn't. Silas should have called a different play. They was on that action. They just ran the play before. The same identical play. I can't put that on Sengun because it was already seen. They already seen the play. You know what I'm saying? They had already seen the play, bro. Oh, I got my boy Frank. Hold on, Frank. I got you. What up, Frank?
What's good? Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Hold on. Let me change my audio real quick so I won't get that reverb.
Okay.
Okay, let's see. I got you. Can y'all hear my boy Frank? Am I reverbing? Yeah. Am I sound? How the audio sounded? Let me know before we get started. Benny Mac, what's happening, Benny Mac? Say something, Frank.
Audio's great. Okay, I sound clear. Good.
Brown Xmas, what's happening? Keem Olajuwon, what's good? Rob Cortez, what's happening? All right, bro. Frank, man,
yeah, bro.
Man, oh man, what was that all about, man? That last minute just was chaos, bro.
Yeah, man. I don't know. It was I think you was just talking about it. I mean, it started off with the inbounds, first action. We got it. Ran the exact same play. They jumped it. Sengun threw a bad pass to KJ. KJ was going to the basket. He thought he was going to come up. Got stolen. Cool. So they get a chance to do a prayer, and Eric Gordon just fouls him. He fouls Fox, man. I don't know if you saw the angle that Mike put in one of our group chats, but yeah, it was a foul, bro. Just a bad foul. He bumped him with his chest. Fox did exaggerate, but he hit him, so he did what he was supposed to do, and we lost. Really can't say much to it from there, bro. It was a good game, but a lot of kind of sloppy plays towards the end of it. That kind of. But it was a good game. They really tried, bro. They really tried. There was a lot of randomness going on that was kind of funny. The seeing, I know somebody on a Twitter space was saying that they were at the game and the stuff that happened with Sengun and Coach Silas was basically Sengun missed the assignment, and Steven Silas got him out the game, but just wanted to tell him about it, and then bring him back in the basically to show him hey, don't do that, hold him accountable to it, and then bring him back in the game. And that was cool. That was good coaching. My only issue with that is, I mean, Jalen was getting pan-seared up and down the court. And some dude was arguing with me on Twitter, like, well, we gotta treat Jalen because he our star. I'm like, Jalen is not a star, bro. There's nobody on our team that's earned anything, and even if he was a star, he might be a star. You know, he's gonna be hopefully our future superstar, but they just a bunch of kids right now. They ain't done nothing in NBA. Hold everybody accountable, and in fact, you supposed to hold Jalen and KPJ and all the the top dogs higher than anybody else.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Cause and I was telling him like, okay, bro, Popovich, we've seen interviews about him and Tim. He said he used to literally attack Tim just to make the other guys get in line. Like if he can chew out the best player, then what am I doing? Tom Brady and Bill Belichick, same thing.
Yeah.
And yeah, man, and the worst part is that Vanessa, if y'all were watching the home feed, she had a quote where she said that with the watching film and all this stuff, what was Coach Silas is gonna do differently to do stuff, and basically he said that he has a secret. Basically, it was holding guys accountable, which how is that your secret weapon, bro? When you dealing with a bunch of 19-year-olds, it's damn near 2 years into this, and this the day where you're gonna realize that if you held them accountable and coached them hard, that they would be better and play better and not make you look like the worst coach in NBA history. Yeah, it's just
That should have been day one, bro. That
day
should have
one.
been day one. Accountability. Cause you cutting yourself off at the legs, at the knees, bro. If you don't do that from day one, they ain't gonna look at you seriously when you start trying to do it. Like, bro, you ain't been doing this whole time.
Mhm. Yeah, bro. I am way out on Steven Silas, bro. I mean, I don't even know if there's value to anything after like for the rest of the games, but because even sat him down and tell him, bro, you struggling. Here's what we can do. It's sad, bro. All this stuff they think is like they think it's like almost when they release these stories, they think it makes them look good, but they're so naive and like they don't know how down bad the team looks externally that they think releasing a story saying that they were shocked at what they saw on film after the last game. Like, bro, y'all been putting the bad films since 2021, damn near 2020, but that this is what shocked you. In fact, the last Kings game wasn't even our worst game in the month.
Right.
So
Right.
my question is, what film were they watching? All the other games, did they even watch
I was
film?
about to say, have they been watching film? Like, it's almost like a new concept to the whole coaching staff, to the whole team. Even Jay Sean Tate was like, yeah, we finally seen it on film and it was bad. Y'all ain't been seeing this on film?
Bro, I could pick any game, and just say, hey, let's pop in the tape and just look at what random guys. Just pick a player and just watch them for 5 straight plays, and you're gonna see dogging it, missing rotations, late not getting back on defense, throwing the ball away, tunnel vision, selfish play. Like, is there every game? This all of this stuff is stuff they should have been addressing last year and then been beating into their heads in training camp this year and coming into the season. This is day one. These are the foundational building blocks of building a culture. And the fact that we are almost at the point of where this season is over and we're expected to be a competitive team next year, and this stuff is starting to, wow, we saw how bad we looked on film, and yeah, Coach Silas sat down with Jabari and reviewed the tape. Like, bro, that should be standard. Why aren't you going over your rookie that's struggling? This dude is out here having an identity crisis, and it takes an embarrassing loss for you to even think like, damn, maybe I should try to help him out. Like, it's just it's crazy stuff, man. It really is.
That's
It really is.
it's concerning. That's what it is. It's very concerning. What's up, Big B? You with me?
Yeah, I'm with y'all.
What
Oh,
up, B?
what's happening with you,
What's up?
bro?
What's up, y'all? What's up?
Chilling.
I know it's either the play calling or Eric Gordon. What really stuck out to you, Brandon?
What stuck out to me is Eric Gordon even played, man. Come on, man. Stone, when are you going to do your job, bro? We're looking at all these trades around the NBA, and we sitting there on our hands. I don't get it, man. I don't get it. Mike Conley and Jared Vanderbilt got dealt today. Those are two guys I was real high on, man. And
Hey man, I
Eric
don't think
Gordon over
Eric
there
going nowhere, B.
fouling the man at the last minute. Go ahead,
Yeah,
Frank.
I don't think Eric going nowhere, man. I hate to
I
disappoint you.
don't
I
either.
just don't. I don't see it. There's no market for him. I mean, even there is a market for him, but whatever we value him as, or what the front office value him as, they're not going to get it because once these moves, like the Mike Conleys of the world, start moving around, it just causes a chain reaction of other things that squeeze him out. So I just don't see it. They've already taken away one of his markets, which is L.A. You know, I mean, unless they got something else they can move over here, but they don't really have any assets. They're not going to give us their 2029 pick for Eric Gordon, their first round pick. So we got to take on seconds or what we perceive as a good player, and I don't think they have anybody else on the roster they like to give up. So yeah, it'll come down to the wire. But the fact he played tonight was to me, usually, you know, when them things isn't the works, they kind of sit those guys out. Yeah, I don't see it, man.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
got till what, tomorrow
if the
at 2?
Bucks make a move, it's over. If the Bucks make a
Yeah,
move,
tomorrow too.
that's it. That's it. The Bucks, that's it.
Bro,
Bucks, Suns. Yeah.
yeah, I mean, we we're not asking for a superstar trade or anything. You know what I'm saying? Like, if one person that needs to be traded is Eric Gordon, and it's like you got Stone, you really got one job. You got one job is to get rid of Eric Gordon right now, and he's punting. Bro, I'm legit serious, man. I don't know where this guy at. We don't even see this dude on camera or nowhere. Like, where is he hiding at? Is he the invisible man or something? Like, he's starting to become like a mythological figure. Like, I know I heard of a Stone dude, but I ain't seen this cat.
Nah, he throwing Silas under the bus. Silas getting all the heat. That's another main thing for me, man. I mean, if you're really looking at management and how you run your team and everything, and I know Texans have gotten a lot of that heat over the years, right? So, but now we're looking at the Rockets, and it's becoming a national thing now where everybody's looking at our management. Everybody's looking at our team like, bro, what are y'all doing? Like, y'all are doing the same things over and over again, putting yourself in the same positions over and over and over again. So I catch a lot of heat about me digging in on Stone, and I see a lot of people defending this man. And to be honest, I just do not see it. I do not see it. His trades, his free agent acquisitions, and even his drafts, bro. Like, look at Cam Thomas going off right now, right? We took Garuba over Cam Thomas, bro. And I
Yeah,
get the
that's
whole
crazy.
guards, and we're getting too many guards and blah blah blah. I thought Stone was drafting for talent, right? I thought he was not team building, right? We're not team building. We're just drafting for straight talent right now, and I don't see it, man. If that's his game plan, drafting for talent, it ain't there, buddy. It is not there.
Yeah,
I
I'm with you, bro. I'm not a big Stone fan. I'm not impressed with anything he's done. Everything he's done, any of us would could have done it. It literally, like, just sat there and just let things happen and do nothing. That's basically what the Rockets have done the past season and a half. A lot of the moves that they could have made to add to their stock of players and picks, they haven't done it. Some of the salary moves have been questionable. You know, I'm looking at Utah right now with Danny Ainge. This dude is running a clinic on how to rebuild a team. Um, Basically turning Rudy and Donovan into a million first round picks. Utah has 15 right now. 16 now. Before tonight, they had 15 first round picks uh, for after the Rudy and Donovan trade. 15 in the next 5 years. 15 first round picks.
Ridiculous. They
So
have rebuilt it within 6 months.
6 months,
They've
bro.
rebuilt their team
Listen,
way before us.
they got a all-star player by trade. They got an all-star, a guy that's a young all-star, 15 first-round
Yep.
picks. They turned a bunch of role players and an aging point guard into a top four protected first-round pick in the trade
Yep.
that they just made, and took on Russell Westbrook's salary, which is a massive expiring this year. So next season, because of what they just did, they're going to have a $60 million cap space.
Ridiculous.
that's called GMing, bro.
And they
That's
haven't even drafted one guy.
they haven't
Nothing.
drafted any.
They
You
haven't
ain't
even
done
went to a
nothing,
draft
Ghost.
yet, bro. And they
He
got
ain't
all of
drafted
these.
nothing, Ghost. Nothing. Golly, man. I mean, man, I'm just in it, bro. I'm in it. And I don't see how many people defend this dude. I really don't, man. I mean, it's just time and time again. I debate about sports with people, and they're so like, oh, man, give it time, you know. Stone, man, he drafts well. And but, man, we got Ty for Christian Wood. That's what we got. Ty for Christian Wood and Boban. I mean, come on. This got to start showing the people at some point. Like and another thing I don't understand. Again, I'm gonna bring back up with the Texans. Everybody dug in on their management. Where's that same energy with Tillman and Stone and his son? Like, where's that same energy, bro? Because I'm not seeing any game plan for the future at all.
I don't think they know, bro.
They just incompetent, bro. This is incompetence, bro. And in all of the, how I want to say it, I'm trying to be polite to the fan base, but all of this nut hugging that they be doing and all that is really not even warranted yet. You know, they haven't proved nothing for y'all to be, for most of these guys. I know not my CSGs, we know better than this. But a lot
They
of
acting like this dude Bob Myers, Ghost. They acting
Yeah.
like Stone is Bob Myers or something.
Yeah.
Like, this dude ain't done nothing, bro. Get rid of him and move on while we can. Why you gonna entrust this man next year to make a draft pick that, okay, say it's 3, right? Let's say the draft pick is 3 or 4. Well, that's not the gimme, right? Jabari was the gimme, Green was the gimme, right? I'm even gonna say that Atari was the gimme at 17. Everybody had Jabari going earlier.
Yeah, bro, I'm like this with it. I don't like to use the word hate because I don't really have no hate in my heart really for nobody, you know, especially people I don't even know. But I'm getting real close to disliking, like very, very much disliking everybody in our front office, in our coaches. Everything's got to change, man. It really got to change, man. I don't get what they're doing. I just don't get it.
So Ghost 2 is our front office though, right? I mean, it's Stone
Yeah,
and
it's
Tillman's
everybody.
son, right?
It's
I mean,
every.
like, who else is in control? Frank, maybe you know more about it. Like, we
I
got
mean,
Stone and Tillman's son. Who else is it?
there'll be other consultants and basketball ops people in the front office that
Because once Tad
make
Brown
decisions.
left, we're seeing it. Once Tad Brown
There's
left,
other
that's it.
people. I
Eli
think there's
Wittis.
Yeah, I mean, there's other people, and you would, but at the end of the day, I mean, Stone and probably Patrick Fertitta are the ones that are more basketball ops than anybody else. So, I mean, I'm not gonna my thing is they, everything they've, I guess, planned or mapped out is supposed to hit this summer. So let's just, we gonna see.
But how do we have confidence in Stone?
Oh, I
after...
don't. No, I don't. I don't.
Yeah.
But
No,
I'm
I'm
saying,
just
but
throwing up a
yeah,
hypothetical here,
that's
just a hypothetical.
That's the on the playing devil's advocate to that. That's what people are gonna say. Give them till this summer, then I'll see. I already know. I've seen enough. But
yeah, I've seen enough.
But at the end of the day, if a man tell you give me till X and X date, and even though like the minute before it looked like everything, maybe he got a miracle. We'll see. They say the Harden stuff is real, and that that.
Yeah.
That could be a little Hail Mary for them. Maybe we get Wemby. That'll probably save his job. So it does take some luck, and you got to understand he was a rookie, so he doesn't really have the experience competing. Like I be telling y'all, like the NBA is full of a bunch of executives. These are sharks. Everybody's trying to take advantage of everybody. Danny Ainge is a shark. He's going to try to screw everybody on every deal he makes. And, I think Zach Lowe had said it best on one of his pods. He said the difference between the GMs and the NBA, most of them they'll make the right decision, but the real good ones, they know how to win on the edges. They get the extra. Mm-hmm. And that's really what separates the Bob Myerses, the Ujiris and all them, and the Danny Ainges, the Presties from the Stones, is that they're going to squeeze out that extra pick. They're going to squeeze out that extra money from you. They're going to make you give up that player you didn't want to give up that you said was a non-starter, they're gonna make you give it up. They're gonna make you give up that pick you just told nobody you wanted because they know how to leverage the situation. Perfect example. We had the story come out with about us and our interest in John Collins. And Kelly Iko basically, I don't know. Well, I would say if he writes a story, there's a high chance that he is somehow connected to the team. Um, he was saying that in his fake trade, I guess it was his trade, but whatever, that the Rockets would give up picks and something to get John Collins in Houston. Tanking team, right? We're a tanking team. Utah, a story came out about the initial call for John Collins was Ainge calling Atlanta, asking them to give him a pick to take on him because unlike us, he didn't see Collins as this great star that would come and save him. He saw it as a salary dump for them because he knew they want to get off his contract. Mm-hmm. So he said he's seeing somebody bleeding in the water and he coming to eat.
Right.
That's how these dudes work, and you can't be like, "Oh, I'm a dude." Like, bro, this is the business, man. You got to move these guys. All this like, "Oh, we love our guys." We are a rebuilding team. We should have been flipping roster spots like it was going out of style. The Cam Reddishes of the world, the Bowles. These past few years, at the times you take swings on those type of players. Keep turning over your roster till you build up your talent to a point where you like it. That's what Darryl did, even though he wasn't tanking. So. Yeah, bro, it's your disappointment is warranted.
Right. Let me get to some of these comments real quick. Let me get to some of them. Let me see where I'm going to start. Henkin said it wasn't really Sengun's fault. We ran the same play, so they closed everybody down. We didn't have timeouts anymore, so he had to throw the ball. I agree with that to a certain extent. Yeah, I do agree with that. I agree totally with that because you can't run the same play in a row twice in a row in that situation. You know what I'm saying? You can't do it. You can't do it. James Pierce says rotation looks like it will be trimmed down going forward to win games. Yeah, bro. What do you feel about no Knicks? We didn't see no Knicks, no Tata, no Garuba. It looked like they are. I mean, Silas said it last game when he was hitting the table. We are trying to win these games. We're trying to do everything we can to win these games, and it's just not coming to, it's not materializing one way or the other. What you feel about that, Frank? These rotations?
Yeah, nah, he was definitely trying to win tonight for sure. Like after that whole performance and kind of everything from that, you would have to imagine that they weren't going to try to tank. So he was trying to win. And so when he's trying to win, he going to play. He damn near, Alp damn near played the whole game. And you could tell he was trying to win because he wanted to bench Alp for that defensive mistake. But he couldn't because if he took him out, the team would crater because Bruno's trash. So he was trying to win. And that'll be even to the point where they took out EG for a quick minute but still let him close. I thought they should have left KJ in, honestly.
Mm-hmm. After that charge, he was kind of tunnel vision on that, but I think that call could have went either way because the dude was still kind of sliding, but he was so far out from the restricted area that, again, the refs had to call it. The refs had to call it. Rob Cortez says that was a terrible call. That in the free throw they took away from Jalen. I think that one could have went either way too. Truthfully, I mean we left too much for the refs to decide. We was up 5-7 points with a minute left. All we had to do was get the ball and inbound and milk the clock a little bit and make them foul us and go to the free throw line and just salt the game away. That's all we had to do, but it didn't go like that. It didn't go like that. Let's see. Baba Shola says, guys, if y'all watch soccer, you'll know about the diving, cheating, and faking injury and acting to get foul calls. I am begging to see those traits in the NBA. This might get worse. Oh, I'm beginning to see them in the.
I was about to say, when you say he begging, I'm like, bro.
Yeah, he said beginning.
You watching the games, they be throwing themselves all over the damn place.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of agree with that, and don't take it personal or nothing, but it's more and more. European guys coming in there, and that's what their specialty is. They like to
Nah,
embellish.
LeBron,
They like to
uh,
embellish, but you know, once you
Pat
see them
Bev.
guys get that favorable calls, then it's gonna be a trend.
You know who the worst one is, and it's a our last defensive player of the year, Marcus Smart. That dude is
Oh
a damn
man,
actor, man.
the little neck whip all the time he drives. He just like he's getting punched in the face or something, bro. Like I hate that little neck whip stuff, bro. But
CP3 too.
yeah,
CP3.
but that's
Y'all
what
throw
you
him up.
got to do. That's what you got to do to embellish the calls, man. I mean, if the referees give it to you, I mean, I can't fault the players pretty much because that's I mean the referees steady calling it. Let's see. Let me get to a couple of more right here. Skip down a little. Alex Vargas, what's happening, Alex Vargas? Alberto David Jr. says, Dan, I agree. If I'm in Houston, I'm looking for a guy that knows how to maximize those two together. I really did like, on a more positive note, I did like how what I seen from Jalen and Shangoon for the most part of the game.
Yeah, that was beautiful to see. Jalen was put in position to be successful more times than I've seen him probably maybe ever. Like a lot of his scores were dribble handoffs, coming off, and his drives to the basket were coming off a screen. So he didn't have to, really do much to generate space. But towards the end of the game, by the time you get him going, he like a pump. You get him primed up, then he start hitting the step backs and the fadeaways and all that. Then it's over by then. But yeah, he really was. Like I told you, look, it seemed like, what I mean, with Steven Silas, he always late to the party with everything. He's just a day late, dollar short. But yeah, I mean, yeah, we've been saying that. Like all that pick and roll and isolation they were having him trying to do like a million times over. That's not his game. It's good to have that when you're trying to close out and do a little something different. But to the frequency they were doing it at was just crazy. So, but it's good to see them cater to that. Now we got to get Jabari right.
Yeah, we got to do some pin downs or something for Jabari, bro. I'm
The
just
Jabari starting to lose his touch to his feel. At least before he was, you know, I wouldn't say trying hard or just giving effort, but he was just in better positions. It seemed like he was taking better shots. It seemed like, I don't know. It just seems like his shots aren't as close to the rim as they used to be. He's not putting the ball on the floor like he was when he was making those strides. He's not driving. So I don't know if that's just a product of the whole team or
I think it's just it's a KPJ. It's a point guard thing. Jabari is really dependent on a point guard, on the guards to find them
but
in the
doesn't
spots.
that go then doesn't that fall on Stone, right? I mean, like, bro,
That
you
falls
don't
on
even have a point
Silas.
guard.
I mean that. I mean,
But
for
but
what is
Stone but
worth,
Stone builds the roster.
Shangoon. I mean, for what is worth, KPJ is the best perimeter playmaker that we have. Even though he's not, prototypical point guard, he is the best perimeter playmaker we have, and he can break down the
No doubt.
defense and driving kick. So that I mean, we really do
I agree with that.
miss
I agree with that.
KPJ in a sense of getting open looks on the perimeter for like Jabari and Eric Gordon and guys like that.
Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that. Jabari does need a point guard, even if it isn't a true point guard. He needs somebody to set him up. I do agree with that. But then that kind of goes back to Silas or whatever's going on with rotations. I mean, we know Ty Ty has not been playing up to what we expected. We know that. But he can still put players in positions. This Knicks thing still going on. I don't know what's going on. I mean, why does Nick still get as many minutes as he gets? The only thing I can think of is I'm gonna blame it on Stone. Me personally, I'm blaming Nick's on Stone because of his interview where he said he is a lottery pick type talent. So that's where I'm going with that.
That was just cap. That was cap. If I ever heard cap, bro. If
So
I
you, but
ever
then
heard cap,
why is he playing so many minutes then?
I don't know. Truthfully,
See, that's the thing.
I
It
don't
can't be
know.
Cap if he's still getting these minutes after struggling. I think Stone actually really genuinely might feel that way. So that's why he gets those minutes, because that's how he feels. Stone feels like it seems like he's trying to get a lottery talent in the later round or the second round. That's not him. KJ might be that guy. You got him in the second round. Maybe you feel like KJ is a lottery type talent, but he's always on the trading block. So I don't get it.
Yeah, I mean, Stone is just, bro. Don't make me get on Stone again, bro. I don't know
Oh,
if you
bro,
saw
I'm
the
gonna eat
last
on Stone.
stream,
I've been eating on.
bro.
I've been eating on Stone for 6 months.
That Lex
Yeah.
Luthor looking ass dude.
Hey,
Hey, I even had the people been saying I look like that motherfucker. So maybe that's what it
you
is.
kind of do.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm a for him. I mean, at this point, bro, we just gotta just kind of let life show out. Because what I be telling people, you can't you're not gonna get rewarded for bad decisions, bro. Not in life. So I think all of this stuff is gonna come to a head. We'll know everything by the summer. Everything by the summer. To me, this trade deadline already confirmed a lot of the stuff that I already know. So I know what I know. But as far as just, there's some people that are more naturally optimistic. For them, they got to see it happen. So they gon' it's gonna be a real lesson in reality check.
A
No,
rude
no,
awakening.
no, I totally agree. I totally agree. Real quick, Ghost. For Frank, I just like, for me personally, like, this is the off season, right? This is the off season. We can't take next year, so we got salary space, right? We got cap space to bring in players. So, like, this is the year I think Stone should go, just because of that. You ain't shown us anything. Why are we gonna trust you in the most important time of the rebuild?
Yeah, bro. I mean, I'm with you, but they gonna give him at least to execute his supposed plan. So you gotta, what I mean. That's just what that's gonna be. But you're gonna see whether he's hitched his wagon to something that's going off a cliff, or is it a real thing. And I think people, like I said, reality is always gonna play out to be whatever is true and whatnot. But for him, he's relying on things that are out of his control, which was always his biggest sin in with the James Harden and the Wemby thing.
You
So
think he's
like,
bet? You think
yeah,
he's
bro,
betting on? You
yeah,
think
yeah.
he's betting on that whole player? I'm a players type of GM. I mean, that seems like what he built
Nah, nah,
built
nah,
around his
nah,
aura. Like, that's what he built. Like,
nah. Them
I'm
dudes
gonna
don't like.
trade
I
you
mean,
where you want to
they
go,
don't
and I'm
care.
gonna.
They don't care about that because players talk. John
Okay.
Wall is a player, you know what I mean? So his
Yeah.
voice, and he you already seen how he felt about him. How many players do you think he's spoken to? Eric Gordon is damn near a hostage here. So, you know what I mean? Players talk. So I don't think that's really a factor. I think the only reason Harden would come back because he has some personal reason that he would want to come back. But otherwise, there's no free agent that's like, damn, look, I love what Houston's doing. Or else
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. No
we'd have
doubt.
to
No
get them
doubt.
checked out. Yeah, so yeah, it's gonna be like it's probably Wemby or bust, bro, or Scoot.
That's a bad formula, bro. That's a bad
It
formula.
is.
Let me get to
It's
some of these
horrible.
comments real quick. Red Dragon 83 says really enjoyed LP versus Sabonis. Foul chess game between them. Total thrill through the second half. Love it. Yeah, those guys are similar type of players, man. They had a nice little matchup going in between both of them. I think both of them is starting to pick up other traits from the other one. Let's see. The sports card Quaint says Stone is like Sasquatch. Hear about him, but don't see him. Facts, man. Facts. It's like Stone just think he can just open up the season, give us some bull crap, and then just disappear until the next summer. And that's not what's up, man. I hate how he doing Silas on the cool. Let's see. ILR United says when I saw Silas in Stone and Rockets, I knew it was we were done. Oh man, yeah, I had never really heard of Stone ever, and I'm a diehard Rockets fan. Did anybody hear about Stone before this rebuild?
No, not me.
I never
Nope.
heard of
He's
his
Tillman's.
name.
No, bro. He's Tillman's lawyer, bro. That's all we know.
We got us a $2 super chat from my boy Kenny S. Kenny S says the Rockets need Jerry West and two-team USA training. I don't think we can afford Jerry West, man. Tillman, he don't like to come out them pockets. I think we mentioned that before, right, Frank?
Yeah, man, that man will get us a high school coach consultant.
Hey, Frank, could we
Jerry
get
North.
Mike Zarin? Frank, could we get Mike Zarin?
We can't get it. We can't get anybody, bro. I mean, come on. We don't have a
Mike
shooting
Zarin's
coach.
the assistant GM for the Celtics, long time. You know,
Nah,
maybe
bro.
he'll want to try to make his name as a GM with the Rockets.
I mean, to me, what the Rockets are missing is just culture. Like, we don't. How many of our guys from the Rockets, the great teams, do we have in the organization right now? It should be flooded with, you know what I mean? The players of the past, players just in personnel positions, scouting. It should be. That's how, like, you look at all these great teams. They do that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And we just don't have the culture, bro. We don't have a we don't have a. You don't walk in the building and feel like, yeah, man, aside from Hakeem, they show Hakeem a lot of love, and obviously Calvin predates everybody. Even our announcer Ryan Hollins is a damn, like, why hire Ryan Hollins? That dude, he makes it so hard to watch the games, bro. Like, doesn't know nothing about the city. There's so many Rockets players that could be doing the call with Craig. It's just everything about us is just second rate, honestly. The way they just run stuff, and I think that.
Bro, they got Doug. They got Doug Christie. They got Doug Christie in Sacramento still.
Is it Tillman though? Frank,
I mean,
what
he
do
the
you
boss.
think?
He the boss. I don't think things get done without him. It seems like he's a very
man. He wants to win. I know he wants to win. I know deep down he wants to win in Houston.
Bro, I don't even watch our streams, bro. I watch the visitor stream because I can't stand Rollins. I'm so serious, bro. I can't stand Ryan Hollins, bro. I just can't stand that dude. Like, his over-exaggerating and pumping up and just homerism, it just go too far, bro. Like, you can be biased sometimes. You know, you can be non-biased sometimes. Just call a game right down the middle.
He kind of like showed me at the beginning last year. I kind of liked him, but now that it's been like a year and a half, yeah, it's starting to get real played out. Like, oh, bro, like, I got to keep listening to you through the suck too, bro. Like, you're getting on my nerves now.
Bro.
But at the beginning, I was okay with him. But, like, I do understand that H-Town touch, especially during the struggle, it helps.
Yeah, you got like the little things, bro. It's just not enough. I don't know. It just seems like they're not connected to the community. I mean, I know they're losing and they hiding. Coach Silas, I mean, I haven't seen that man give out one turkey.
Hey, you seen how D'Amico threw the Fifth Ward thing, right? And, I mean, Ryan can't throw out nothing like that.
But still, it's just no.
Do it like that.
It's like they hiding, bro. That's what it looks like. It just looks like they're hiding. They're worried about perceptions, especially the Stone and like. Rafael Stone not talking to the media or even doing a radio interview or like just doing a mini, like, when you know things are real bad, like, just do a little, hey,
yeah,
not to say, hey, we're
Jackson
tanking
or something, right?
Not even Jack. Go talk to
Jackson Gatlin or whatever.
Do a piece.
Just go talk to something.
Yeah, tell them, hey, these guys are young, all that stuff. Let them hear from you, bro, because the top people. For a majority, it wouldn't do nothing for me, but for a majority of the fan base, it'll make them feel like, okay, people are on the same page. But when things seem chaotic, they usually just let it ride out, bro. That's what it seems
Rafael
like.
Stone think he's LeBron James in the playoffs. He go dark 0-30, and he's off of social media. He on even last year, he used to be on social media every once in a while on Twitter.
He did. He was all over social media last year.
Following everybody and all that stuff.
I forgot about that, Ghost. I forgot about that.
Yeah, now he gone because they're embarrassed.
Yeah, he feeling the pressure.
and that's one of the reasons. One of the reasons why it's kind of almost. It's a damn shame that Steven Silas has to be the entire face of everything
Man, it really does. Man,
because
I'm
it's
all on board with
yeah,
that.
it's a shared like if you're gonna tank and you're gonna be bad, like you're gonna be this bad, your coach can't be the at the podium every night, and y'all can't
Especially with
do.
his aura, like
Yeah,
Stone,
bro.
step in there, bro.
Man,
Step in
that
there.
man.
You ain't come
Listen,
on,
bro.
step
This
in there,
this.
bro. Be a
li-
man, bro.
Listen, bro.
Step
This
up in
man.
there and
This
talk to
man's.
somebody one
This
time.
man. This man's Steven Silas's father died.
Yes, nothing.
Not
No,
one,
nothing.
nothing public, bro. Y'all think about that.
Ah, yeah, I agree. I've already thought about
This
that for a minute.
Think about
Stone
that.
didn't even make a
It's
statement.
trash. That's trash.
The
He didn't even.
Rockets, as a team, made a statement. The Fertitta family, I think they released something.
Yeah, yeah,
But your
Fertitta and them,
supervisor,
nothing.
come on, man.
Bro, all let's do is sit around and saying, "Oh yeah, we're gonna be competitive," and we do this, and No, I don't know. Like you keep saying, "I know" after every half
Hey,
sentence, bro. Like
hey, you're hitting the spot right there because I go back and look at them because I've actually went back and looked at a couple Stone interviews, like when we got Barry and Green, and
mm-hmm.
oh, he was all pumped up and he was breaking down everything he sees in the future and blah blah blah. Bro, we ain't heard from you in a minute, bro. You do have to step up there. You're the GM. You got to, especially with like a game like the other night with Silas is obviously frustrated. People calling him a cake, you know what I'm saying? People try to clown him and say he's faking it and, whatever. Bro, step up there. You're the GM. Step up there and
I ain't
show
gonna
your
lie,
support.
that interview, it wasn't funny, but it was funny.
No, it was funny. Yeah, it
Nah, that
was
was
funny.
sad to
it
me,
was
bro. That was
it was
that
it
looked
was
sad, bro.
it
It
was
was
like,
funny,
come
but
on,
it's
man.
like,
I
damn,
don't
bro,
think he
y'all
was
know.
acting. I don't
No,
think he
I
was
don't
No,
acting.
I
either.
don't think he
That's the
was
thing,
acting either. He
Frank.
just so
That's the
nice.
thing, Frank.
He's so
He was
nice.
not acting.
He was out of character, and
Yes,
it didn't come
exactly.
natural to him. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly, and that to me that was what was sad about it. That
Yes.
this dude that's usually happy and even though we be clowning him for it, he's
Sad.
turning into somebody else because of what the job is like. To me, if your job changes your character, dude, I gotta step down, man. But I know he got pride, man. I don't know what goes through his mind. Like he might feel like he let his pops down. If you know what I mean, like all that
Nah,
stuff.
he
That's
don't.
just
I thought about that too. He does not. Well, he's not going to step down.
No, he's
that's what
not
I'm
Silas
gonna
will
saying.
step
not
down,
step
bro.
down.
Because he's seen what his dad had to go through to even get a.
He's
I've
not
heard him talk
doing that,
about it.
bro.
Yeah,
His
yeah.
Yeah,
the
he
stuff,
is
the
not doing that.
struggles and all that. So he's not gonna
But still,
quit,
but that's where Stone should come in. Just
bro.
even
It's
like, what are they
cutthroat.
thinking behind the scenes? Like
This is
Stone
this
sitting
is
there thinking like, oh, if I step in and say something,
nah.
I'ma
Listen,
look like a fool, or
B.
like,
Silas is the human shield, bro. He is
The meat.
he's the avatar for the tank, bro.
right,
Everything that's the
right,
tank is
right.
his face. And
Yeah,
why would Stone get in front of bullets for no
you're right.
reason when he chilling when he got a human body shield in front of him?
No, you're right. I mean, I get it. I understand.
As
Okay.
long as everybody high fiving and cheering Stone on,
Yeah, yeah.
while he's the one putting out these rosters, while he's the one interrupting coaches meetings, while he's the one doing
Yeah,
all this stuff,
right.
he gonna chill in the back until the fan base get hip to like, bro, uh, we just went through a trade deadline. We are a bad team. Like you could have, done a couple
Something.
things to get some roster, some flexibility or get us ready for next season. Nothing. Okay, cool. Yeah. What about this Jabari guy that you drafted? You think you could maybe see
Hey, we
about
looking back on it now. You're looking back on it now, and I know it would have been out of the box, Frank. I know it would have, right? But when do you, as a GM, like put your stamp on the team, right? You got to eventually go out of the box, whether it's through trade or through draft or whatever. You got to go out the box at some point to put your stamp on the team, right? Like that would have been a good spot if you really sit back and think about it now. Jaden Ivey is over there averaging 15. We drafting for talent, right? We're not drafting position, right? So there you go with Ivy. Keegan
nah?
Murray,
They
man.
I don't
Keegan Murray actually did Jabari and showed him what his game was the first game.
Brandon, I can't really even say if that's accurate because I don't know what Jaden Ivey would look like here, bro. We just saw
No, you're
Jalen
right.
Green go
I'm
through
just
a
saying if you're a
month
GM, you're
stretch.
drafting for talent.
We
You're
don't know
not
about Jabari's talent
drafting
because
for
we can't I can't assess our guys fully.
true.
Our guys
in this
not being
system.
maximized, bro.
No,
Right.
you're
I don't
right. No,
know.
I agree. I understand it. I'm just talking. We just
May-
shooting shit here, chopping
Yeah.
it up right now.
Maybe
But
peep this. Maybe Jabari is maybe not as
y'all
great as a
know I'm a
shooter.
Jabari fan. Y'all already know
Listen,
I'm
I'm
a
saying
Jabari
if you
fan.
put Jabari on the Kings, maybe he's not as great as a shooter. Maybe he's gonna be a better shooter than he is here in Houston. But maybe he's like
He's a better shooter.
slightly less than Keegan. But he's gonna be a better defender on a team with smart vets that can help him grow. Like then you might see Barry as one of the uh, rookies of the year candidates. So it's really hard to tell, bro, with the way things are.
With him and off night
Yeah,
knocking
no
down the
doubt. Like
perimeter, and he's
for
doing his
instance, I like
thing.
watching Hoop Intellect. It's a guy.
Did we
B, you
lose
going
him?
out, bro? Yeah, he going in and out. But go get some comments while he get himself sorted out, bro.
All right, hit the link back when you get back in there, B. You gotta slow down, B. Let us finish our thoughts too, bro. B just rhyming. B hot. He just rhyming. B hot right now, bro. I get it though, B. I get it, man. Let's get to some of these comments, bro. Let's get to some of these comments. Hold on, let me pull them up. Let's see where I left off. I don't know, but I'm gonna pick Third Coastal Lines. Third Coastal Lines says Space watches away stream. Ryan Hollins getting no love. Man, no, he don't get no play in this ride. You know what I'm saying? He don't get no play in this ride. KDC says Ryan and Craig reports to AT&T Sports. They partner with the Rockets, so technically Tillman is not their boss. That's really not the point, but Tillman can make recommendations.
Yeah, and Tillman's a powerful guy in AT&T Sports. Like he's not their boss, but they still are partnering with the Rockets, and that's their biggest market. So you got to understand how these things work. Like it's not just because they don't have a direct chain doesn't mean that if my VP and you're a VP and I'm your biggest customer and you're saying something bad about my company and my company is bringing y'all the most money, then yeah, you know what I mean? I don't have to be your boss to tell your VP like, hey, y'all need to chill out, man. Y'all doing too much. So yeah, that's basically how that works.
Facts. Bumper says Tillman is the problem. Maury for Stone, Bullard for Hollins. I can't argue with that. I'm surprised Tillman ain't said something, truthfully. I'm surprised this man ain't said anything because we know he can find a camera. He knows how to get in front of a camera.
Y'all seen him not help Eric Gordon up when he actually touched the ball out of bounds, but they called it our ball. Did y'all see how Tillman backed away from him?
Yeah, Tillman a billionaire, bro. He can't be getting broke
He
ankles.
just like, I ain't even gonna help you, bro. I would have thought he would have helped him, being that we trying to make him a trade piece.
Man, Tillman
I
tired of
think
EG too. Tillman tired of EG just like we are. For real. Kevin Mayer, he says Stuttering Stone hates talking to the media. That boy say Stuttering Stone. Let's see. Dan D says the Pistons have some nice pieces.
He do kind of stutter though.
I bet they get Wemby. Oh man, I hope the Pistons don't get Wemby.
That'll be worse. I don't know. Would it be worse than us getting Wemby? I think as far as basketball wise, I think Charlotte is probably the worst location Wemby could go to. So I'll put Pistons probably. Yeah, they up there.
They right with us. I'm not gonna lie, man. Like,
no, H-Town actually is a little bit better than Detroit. Detroit only got the Isaiah run, and they had the Rip in them run, which actually we compared Jabari and Green to them, right, Frank? So yeah, they're right there with us, but definitely H-Town is a better spot than Detroit. Let's just be honest, living wise.
Facts.
Yeah, I mean, the city, of course, better city. Organizational wise, they about neck to neck, bro. They about neck and neck right now.
Oh damn, Ghost going there with us now.
I'm just saying, organizational wise, bro, they about neck and neck, bro.
You're right,
that's like
you're right,
the pot calling the kettle black, man.
God damn it.
And I love Houston. That's why I'm so mad at the product. We gotta endure ourselves to watch night in and night out, because this is a proud organization. We're one of the staples of the NBA, and we always have been, like Frank said, cutting edge. We always been like a trendsetter in some sort of way. and to just see us just go to boo boo, man, this it's not right. It's just not right, bro.
Yeah, I also think that Shangun and Wemby is a better combo than Cade and Wemby, in my opinion. I think that's gonna be if we get Wemby. I know people think guard big, but that's two. Him and Shangun to me are gonna be a dominant duo if they keep Shangun.
Yeah, I mean, I think all you got to do is just surround Shangun with the right type of guys and high level guys that can read him. Not because he can read other guys, but a lot of guys can't read him. And like we'll see him pass the ball to some guys, and they just not ready for the ball. They just be like, blah blah blah. Oh, I didn't know you was gonna pass it, bro. You've been playing with this guy for what 6 months now. Like you should already know his tendencies by now. And it's just hard to see. I blame that on Silas though too. Silas, man, I can't believe this whole we just starting to watch film stuff, man. That I just can't get past that. What sports do you know that they don't watch film, man?
Yeah, I didn't. That was a weird thing that was like the storyline. Like, wow, they watch film, and they pointed out they were seeing how lazy they were. And then I think that he followed up today. They asked him. Somebody asked about that. Like, does this mean that you guys weren't like? He was like, no, we've been playing good defense. It was just particularly bad, which is like cap. Um, but yeah, I don't know. I don't be known. He don't help himself. Sometimes I feel bad for him and want to defend him, but then he'll do and say stuff that's like, bro, come on. It's crazy. Honestly, it just feels almost like I think somebody said it in the chat, like a toxic environment that
Yeah,
the
Siga
players and the
Migs.
coaches.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it does. It looks and feels toxic, and the results are showing. There's nothing healthy about what we're cooking. Like he looks sick sometimes. Like what I mean, the players, they're tonight was I love their energy, but a lot of the nights they look selfish and they blame each other for everything. And you would think it would be better after a second year, but there's just no leader there. The coach isn't leading. There's no like leader on the court. Eric Gordon is zoned out.
Hot
But
take: should we bring
yeah,
another assistant coach in besides Lucas?
not
Nah,
no
nah. Luke is
no.
I
good
said
with me.
hot take. Should we like maybe think about now bringing in another assistant coach, rather who you hire? Let's say we get Kenny Atkinson, right? We're just gonna keep the Lucas aura. I mean, he couldn't help this situation either.
Yeah, one thing I'm kind of intrigued about is it a power struggle within this organization? Like it feel like some guys want to lean towards running it through the guy through the guards, and then it's probably another like analytical side of it want to run it more through Shangun. Because I think on draft night when we drafted Shangun, I heard something about like half and half of the guys really, because I heard somebody wanted to take Shangun earlier than what we took him, but it was kind of like a power struggle, and they kind of came into agreement. Oh, we'll get him. That's why they traded with OKC to get him at the 16th spot. And it seemed like they didn't know what they was getting with Shangun. Like they just thought he was gonna be another, I don't know, Ennis Cantor or somebody.
Nah, they knew he was nice. I think everybody knew Shengun was nice. Some people had him. I know, like what's his name? O'Connor had him as a top 10 pick. A lot of people. I think it was just like
He was he was he was
you,
rated like
hold on,
top
B. Hold
20.
on, B.
Go
Let,
ahead,
hold
go
on,
ahead,
B.
go ahead.
Let me
I'm sorry,
let
I'm sorry,
yeah. Let
Frank.
me
I'm
finish
sorry.
my
I'm sorry.
sentences, bro.
I'm
Come
sorry,
on,
I'm
come on. Give me
sorry,
that.
Frank. Go ahead.
All
I'm
right, all
sorry.
right. So yeah, O'Connor had him like top 10, and a lot of people had him high. Some people had him top 4. The thing was the defense scared a lot of people in his height and measurables. And when you know how the draft goes, when people start drafting players and the people start getting their guys, it's easy for a guy to slip. And I think that's just kind of what happened with him. But yeah, he was definitely a high, supposed to be a hot top 10 kind of lottery talent.
Okay. Now what you were saying, B?
No, I mean, again, from me looking back on it now, and looking at the draft and like trying to go back and like look at all the content I looked at. Me personally, I didn't see Sengun that high. I mean, I thought where he went was about where he was supposed to go. You know, for instance, last year, Eason, I definitely thought Eason was supposed to go higher than that. So, I mean, if you go back and look at it, if you even knew who Sagoon was, then you wouldn't have been surprised why we took him. Like, it's different when you look at it now. Like, I did not think Sengun would be this player that he is now. No, I did not. You know, Nikolai, a good example is Nikolai Jokic. So, like, could he have? I thought he was going to be good. He ain't even played yet. So, I think it's different when you look at back on it now. Talking about Sengun, I definitely thought Sengun was not like some super big find at the time. Now I will give Stone that credit; he got him. Like so, he did trade up and made the moves to get Sengun. But I don't think he was rated that high like everybody's portraying it to be.
Yeah.
Yeah, hey, Space. Somebody said in the chat. They said, let me see who said it. It says looks like a power struggle at the chop shop.
No, man, ain't no power
Oh,
struggle.
man, y'all gotta chill out.
No,
Man, I'm
man.
over here. I'm on the sideline. Let's get that straight. I'm on the
Nah,
sideline.
yeah, well, nah, we it's we just it's called the chop shop. Like when y'all go talk to y'all friends at the barbershops or you at the you at the lunch or whatever at work, it's not a like, hey sir, let me
It's
your
not a
turn. You know what I mean?
formal, yeah.
Yeah, so we just gotta get it right. B just gotta stop interrupting me in space and we good.
B
All
just
right.
got his emotions flowing right now, and I get it. I
Yeah,
get
that's
it.
all it is, Coach. You know, I'm not like this normally. You know, I'm not.
Nah, you
I'm
good,
just
bro.
really feeling it today. That's it. That's it. I'm just
We
feeling
got
it. But
us a
yeah,
three
I'm not
dollar
playing
Nah, I'm
with
super
you.
messing with you,
chat.
bro.
We got a $3 super chat. James Pierce, what you got right there? Oh, it say what's going on? How's it going? Nah, man, we just like Frank said, man, we just chopping it up. That's why we call it the chop shop, bro. You know, it ain't no hard feelings with nobody. I like the passion B is speaking with. You know what I'm saying? He just gotta slow down. He gotta slow down and just let people finish their train of thoughts. That's it. That's it. Let's see. Young Edo says, "Man, y'all ready to ship out Stone or what?" I honestly think Stone at least got another 2 years. I think he just got at least another 2 years. And I hate to say it like that, but I think he's. What do you think, Frank?
Man, if worst case scenario next season, let's see what happens. So if let's say we get the fourth pick and we draft, one of the Thompson twins. Okay, that's so you didn't get Wemby Scoot, so that's strike one. Then Harden changed his mind. Philly, he loves Philly, or some other team takes him. Philly could give Harden more money, so he makes that's strike two. So Harden doesn't come. So you basically going to be stuck with all that cap space. You got to sign people. Probably sign some random, just to fill the salary. Random players. Pair them up with these guys that ain't really been doing much these past few years because you've been preying on Wemby and Harden, and then you have another bottom season that maybe you win a couple more games and you end up with the sixth pick, and guess what? OKC gets it, right? So
Mm,
now no Harden, no Wemby or Scoot. OKC gets your pick, and you're still a bottom tier team that's tanking into another year where OKC owns your pick. Yeah, I think he probably would get fired right after that season. Like honestly, he he'd probably I don't know if he'd make it through that season, honestly, because I think if that is the case that happened, let's say by next trade deadline or after the deadline, nothing big happens and we're like still like on a 25 win pace. We got Amen Thompson on the roster. He's struggling like Jabari. We find out he can't shoot. And Jabari kind of still there. Jalen has his little ups and downs. Yeah, bro. I don't know. He might need to go before the season end, but like I said, he hitched his wagon to some percentages, and we just for his sake, it better hit.
yeah, yeah. I mean, like I said, I just think he might just got a couple more years along the timeline you just laid out. He gets next year, and then if next year don't pan out, he might get another year. And I think I don't know because Tillman is a wild card. It's Tillman is the wild card. That's why I was calling on Tillman to get something done. Me personally, he haven't showed me anything that really give me faith that he can really, like you said, be that shark in the water amongst other sharks. You know, it looked like he's a seal. Like they just eat on him. Like we passed on, you know, Levert and Jared Allen, and we built up another team's roster. Somebody flipped Levert for 2 first-rounders. I mean, like it seemed like he don't know. It's almost like he's scared to pull a trigger on anything right now. So I'm just giving him.
That's what I think.
Yeah, he's scared because I think he knows he kind of failed on the Harden trade without getting quality guys back to build this up from. And I think he just don't want to have his name out there. Like he's selfish, bro. He's selfish. He's willing just to sit back, let Silas take all of the blame, and so he can just do what he want to do until it's time for the Roosters come home. You know what I'm saying? And he's just buying his time, I think, right now, because I don't think he's a real good trader. Like maybe he can scout, but he got other scouts and other people that does that too. So it's not like he's scouting these guys personally and then he's picking these guys on his own. Like he got a whole probably 20, 30 people that goes out and look at draft picks. So it's not like Stone is the genius that's doing this. And it's like next year it's going to be on him. When he do trades, it's going to be on him. And I don't think he want that responsibility as of yet.
So yeah, you know, I mean, with Stone, I mean, I think again we're riding on it, right? So my thing is, why wait? Frank really laid it out for us well, right? He just really laid out the future in the next 2-3 years to what could happen if we just leave this man in charge, right? So that's my thing, and I think our franchise, just the historic value of it, and what we've done throughout the years. Man, pull the trigger quick. Don't wait. You know what I mean? Why are you going to wait with the gun, man? Pull it out, pop it, let's see what happens. You know, I'd rather pop it than throw a blank out there and just sit on our hands and see what happens. You know, like, I just don't see, maybe he has another method. I mean, maybe he has another method. This is the year, right? I mean, obviously you got to give him one more year. Everybody's on board with giving him one more year to see what happens, you know? So, but what really would you really want to put that faith in him like that? You really just what we've witnessed and seen. So right, Jabari fell to 3. Everybody was like he's going to Orlando at 1. I was on the Jabari Paolo thing from the jump. I wanted Paolo from the jump, number 1, and then Jabari number 2. Okay, that's who I wanted. That's on history. We go back and look at it. The year before, I wanted Jalen. But those are easy picks, right? Those are the picks that just fell to Stone anyways. That's how I see it. So you give him Sengun, right? You give him Sengun. That was this great pick. He did that. Now, Garuba, again, you got Cam Thomas. And, man, Grimes was on the board. Grimes went after Garuba and, okay, yeah. Grimes went right after Josh Christopher and Garuba.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree. I wanted somebody else other than Josh Christopher. I wanted Grimes too. Truthfully, I wanted Grimes because I seen what he did at U of H. Man, he was just a bucket. He was a bucket at U of H, and I thought we can use him as like a backup shooting guard to Jalen. You feel me? So, but we can't cry over spilled milk right now, bro. Like we just need to. We gotta pivot. And I'm not sure if Stone is the guy you can pivot around because he ain't never done this before, and he haven't gave me a reason to believe that he can get us out of this rebuild. Truthfully, let's see. Kevin Meyer says Tillman as a businessman is ruthless. I'm surprised he hasn't fired people yet. I am too. This man don't like to be losing, bro. I know you don't.
Yeah. I think one of the reasons that like next year is like everybody's saying next year, because that's what was supposedly sold to Tillman, that the team would be competitive next year. So, you know, to what I was saying earlier, like as bleak as it look, you got to let Stone. You know, if he gonna go out, you got to go out. You know, at least give him a chance to execute the plan. So I don't know what hidden tricks he got. but I don't think that they expect it to be this bad this season. I don't think this is how they expected the season to be for these guys. I don't think they expected some of the events to happen. Obviously, even with Kevin Porter getting hurt, or Jalen struggles, and it looks like Jalen is back on track, getting back to his thing. Shangun is honestly one of the positive outcomes from this season, as far as like somebody you didn't expect to be like this. But otherwise, KJ as well. But I don't think they thought this would be where we are again. So I'm sure that the pressure. I'm shocked they hadn't done anything extra already, but it looks like they just content with riding it out till the summer. Because at this point, it's just like there's really nothing that could change. We're bad. We're trying to get Wemby, so might as well just lose and then see what happens. But I think Tillman is done after this year. And I don't know if that means Coach Silas coming back. That'll be interesting.
Yeah.
People tell me like, nah, he ain't coming back. I don't know, bro. You never know when it come down to money.
Bro, this how I look at it. This is why I like football so much. You know what I'm saying? Football don't deal with incompetence at all. Even in football, we can't get rid of our head coach. So we gonna fire the defensive coach. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna fire the offensive coordinator. Or we're gonna get rid of the kicker or the special teams coach just to send a message.
Space, I've seen teams fire head coaches in like 4 games, bro.
Yeah. Like,
like
football don't play this type of stuff, man. Like, yeah, for real. Like, just to send a message, bro, they will fire you. Like, I heard of Jimmy Johnson just coming in and cutting the dude just because he had on the wrong color socks. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro.
Nah, that's kind of messed up.
Yeah, but that's what he do. Like, hey, man, everybody got on white. You got on black socks. Cut them. You know what I'm saying? Just to send a message and everybody line up and get straight. That man won 3 Super Bowls in a row. You know what I'm saying? Bill Belichick is a cutthroat dude. You feel me? Like, you miss one pass in the game on the sideline for a first down, you cut the next day. Like, it's just some things you just gotta make people think, man, this is serious business. You know what I'm saying? You just can't have guys running around doing whatever the hell they want to do. You can't be responsible for the defense and you give up 290 points in 2 games. You know what I'm saying? That's not, you can't do that. Like, somebody got to do something to make everybody's eyes get bright. Like, oh, man, I'm not untouchable. You see what, man, he ain't even do nothing really. He came in late one game and he's cut. You know what I'm saying? Like, something's got to give, bro. Something like that got to give, like, for real. It's a wake-up call need to happen. Let's see where I'm at. KDC. He says we don't want him to tie up the cap badly before he gets fired, but yes, he's likely will get a shot next year to make big moves. Yeah, man, like he got all of this. Why I'm giving him this much of a space till next year, because he got everything in the disposal. He didn't want to sign contracts. He didn't want to take on quality players because he wanted to do everything his own way. Now, the cap is open. The position's going to be open to where you can sign 2 max guys and a fringe MLE player next year. We still got draft picks he can trade off and get off of. So, yes, I'm going to give him to next year and see what he do with all of these assets. If he does nothing, it's time to go. Or if he just make minor moves, yeah, man, it's time to go. It's time to go. Benny Mac says, what are we doing with these Brooklyn picks? Because they're becoming more worthless by the day. I agree with that. I always been under the assumption, no matter what, we need to get off them at least more than half of those Brooklyn picks this coming off season. Like, you can't pick. We already got 9 first rounders on the team already, or something like that. 7 first rounders on the team. We don't need another 19, 20-year-old, 3 more 19 and 20-year-olds Like, what are we gonna do with that? You know what I'm saying? Frank, how you feel about that? You still with
Yeah,
me, Frank? Oh,
yeah,
okay.
I'm still here. Yeah, them picks is yeah. So we have next year's swap, which is going to be useless. Then 24 we have their pick. 25 we have a swap. 26 we have their pick, and I think 27 is a swap. So we have two picks and two swaps left. Um, and yeah, so they just traded obviously Kyrie, who looks great in his first game in Dallas, and they got back Dimwitty and Dorian Finney-Smith, who they could still trade them before the deadline. And they also got back a first round pick. So they currently have three first round picks, two from Philly, one from Dallas. They have, I think, like a couple of 4 or 5 second round picks. They have Kevin Durant on the roster still and a bunch of role players. I mean, there's still a world where they're bad. Let's say Kevin Durant leaves and they get a bunch of picks back and some young, some players that aren't really, they're okay, but they're not great. And they're like, injury happens to one of them and they just become a tank team. But the fact that when they traded for Kyrie Irving, they turned down better pick packages to take on good players like Finney Smith and Dimwitty just told me that Joe Tsai is not going to go down like quietly into the night. The dude is not plan on giving the Rockets any good picks. So he rather take players to be competitive than future draft picks because that's what time he on. And you could tell he petty because the stuff came out about him not sending Kyrie to the Lakers. So this is a petty, proud man, billionaire that's, what I mean, is not going to go down. And they have, honestly, they're really well positioned. If you look at them like big picture view, what they've done is a lot of just bad luck. Some of the risks they've taken are just horrible. But if you think about them trying to operate after the Harden stuff, um, Ben Simmons being a zero is a net negative for them. So you basically all you got for James Harden trading him to Philly was 2 firsts and Ben Simmons basically his body. Um, Kyrie, you got two good players and 1 first. So that's not the return you expect. But I think if they traded Kevin Durant, that could help them. Honestly, getting off of Kyrie's contract was a blessing in disguise for them. So, yeah, I think if they want to, they can slap together like a little fifth, sixth seed in the Eastern Conference and just try to screw us for the next couple of years. Hope they land a star or get a guy like Cam Thomas that's gonna pop off and be a star for them, homegrown, and just develop from inside while keeping vets and good players around. Or KD could stay. He could look around. Maybe they turn Finney Smith and a couple picks or Dimwitty into like Pascal Siakam or they turn into OG Anunoby. You get Kevin Durant. You got Nick Claxton. You got Seth Curry. You got all these like damn good vets on the team that'll be decent and they just roll out and be a contender for the next 3 or 4 years. So it just like with everything the Rockets got going on, just like with every move Stone has made, our destiny is not in our hands. And I think that's really one of the things that I dislike about where we are. We don't own our destiny, so we'll see what the Nets do. But I think they're in good position right now.
Yeah, facts, man. Like, all they really got to do is be better than us. And where we at right now, it don't take much to be better than us. And then they won't even have to, the swaps will be useless. You know what I'm saying? The swaps will be useless. And if they just don't crumble, then those outright unprotected picks is going to be kind of useless.
Stone.
I mean, the question.
Stone.
Oh, go ahead, B.
No, I was saying Stone is the guy who's perpetrated this all, right? So everybody's talking, he I don't know if I wouldn't say he botched the Harden trade just yet, but I mean, it's looking like that. Those picks don't look good now, unless you can convince the Nets to tank, and trade you Kevin Durant and you give them their picks back. I mean, these are invalid except for the two remaining. I mean, the other 2 years, we're probably not even getting those. Well, let's be honest. We're probably not going to get those.
Yeah, I agree. Thomas Riddle, what's happening? Appreciate you for joining us. If we was to get KD over here, it would have to be just to flip him to somewhere else. KD's not gonna come here and actually play. not KD. The way he.
I'm not saying. Yeah, again, I'm not. See, again, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, and I'm not trying to
No, go
interrupt.
ahead. Go
It's
ahead.
like no. So what I'm saying is, yeah, that's the only way you can really value the Nets trying to tank. Like they're not gonna tank. You know what I mean? So unless you can convince them to tank and give you KD and give them their picks back, that I mean, so my whole point is Stone. That's not even a good move. Like that's not a good move what he did. So now we're just sitting here dumb looking with 2 years of picks that don't even amount to nothing, unless you can convince the Nets to tank.
Yeah, basically what we're like with these future pick situation, you just hope for teams like the Lakers where one of their stars gets injured and blah blah blah. But every team that owns future picks for another team, they're going to try to be competitive. And I'll give you an example. We OKC owns our picks. The Rockets are not going to willingly tank next year just to give. You're going to see Stone is going to be active, trying to field the veteran roster in order to protect the fact that because if he gives up a pick and something else goes wrong, that's on him. So he has to kill two birds with one stone, and pun intended, that he has to put together a roster that's competitive enough not to convey those picks, or that Chris Paul trade that Tillman instigated looks dumb. So just like he's doing that, Sean Marks, that dude is gonna work tooth and nail, and Joe Tsai is gonna pay money. The thing about Joe Tsai, he got bread.
Yeah.
Dude got bread. That's what are you on Alibaba, whatever that thing's called.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so he's like that's like an Amazon type thing. So he got money. So the dude's gonna pay for because they were already paying crazy over the tax. He's gonna pay for whatever they need to make sure. Because I could tell he a proud man about the Lakers thing, and him saying that basically he didn't want to give Kyrie the satisfaction of going where he wanted to go. So that's I'm like damn. And they turned down like multiple pick packages from other teams just to take players probably thinking about us.
Oh, of
Like,
course.
nah, yeah, like, nah, I don't want your 4 first round picks. Just give me these two dudes that could hoop. So, yeah, they're not going quality to the night, and I think they're gonna try to make us look bad. So that's why most GMs take players with the pick packages because at least like with the SGAs of the world, with the marketings of the world, you have a tangible asset that you could say that I have it in my hand. And this is one of the things that was so dumb about the Harden trade is that it lacked a tangible asset. This is the first trade of a major star that you could think of that you could literally miss on everything. Right now, all we got is Tari Eason, bro. If is Tari Eason going to be worth? Maybe we get another good player that's a role player at the 12th pick in 24, and maybe we trade it for a good wing or something. Is that worth James freaking Harden? That's the question we got to ask ourselves because that's what we traded for, and that's why it was so like, damn, y'all couldn't even take Allen, the young up and coming center. Just take
You
somebody that you could keep in your hand and say, at least I could touch this thing and say, I have this. And that was where that whole trade to me is just a debacle. But go ahead, B.
Well, the Karis LeVert thing, I thought Karis was our guy. That's who I thought we were really going to take because at the time, I mean, you're giving up a guard, a superstar guard. I mean, I thought Karis was the guy we were going to keep. We give him up for Vic, so we bring back Vic. That was the guy Stone valued as the person, as the asset. Well, at least we got Victor Oladipo, right? And look what happened to that. So that is huge to me, man. Like that's huge. So you're talking about a tangible asset. That's what Stone thought was tangible. Victor Oladipo.
Oh, hold
I
on,
think
B.
I think what was appealing to him was Oladipo was on an expiring contract at the time.
Okay, but expiring contracts. I mean, I get
But
the
they
expiring
still, I
contract
still
asset,
was.
but it's still a tangible asset, right?
Hold on. Hakeem Olajuwon in the chat says, at least he had no better option. Hakeem, listen to what I'm saying. you had you had two players that were young that came with that package. Allen and not Oladipo and Levert.
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 Levert was traded to from Indiana to Cleveland for a first round pick and a second round pick.
Thank you.
No, they got two firsts,
And
I believe, bro.
it might have been two firsts.
I thought it was the first and the second, but it could have been two first.
I think
It
it
may
was
be
two
whatever
firsts.
it was.
First
It might have
before.
been like first and
Yeah,
like the
Ghost
first
told me
pick in
two
the second
firsts
round.
before. I thought he was lying. I thought
Whatever
I
it was,
Googled that.
it was two good picks. And
Yeah.
and what's his name? Jared Allen. All he wanted was 4 year, 25 million. That's a deal now because he's an all-star and on anchoring one of the best defenses in the league. And even if you didn't want him to win with, you could have flipped him because on the open market he's worth at least two firsts. So you skipped all of that, misevaluated those assets to take on a guy coming off a major injury. It didn't play in 2 years. And what did Victor Oladipo get us? Y'all think about what he got us. He got us
Kelly
Kelly
Olynyk.
and
then he walked.
what's Buddy
And,
name?
Dennis.
What's Buddy name? The point guard that played on the Lakers.
DJ.
Kelly O.
Dennis Schroeder. Dennis Schroeder.
Nah,
Not Schroeder.
With championship year, he a defensive guy. I forgot his name. Somebody put it in
Avery
the chat.
Bradley.
Avery
Avery
Bradley.
Bradley, yeah.
Who we let both of them walk. So we got a second from Miami for that. So Kelly O.
Trade.
So hold on. So the key player in your trade for James freaking Harden was Victor Oladipo, who all you got from was a second pick. So you got a second round pick instead of a young talent. If you net all of that out. So y'all gotta look at the big picture. Like all this stuff people try to say, like, oh well, they didn't have. Bro, we're not talking about Ben Simmons. We're talking about what they had, and they fumbled that bag. And even the fact that we have Jalen Green, that has nothing to. That was our pick. That's not part of the Harden trade. Tari is the only thing that the Harden trade has brought us, and Tari may turn out to be a superstar. Who knows? But Tari is all we have right now.
Man, preach, Frank, preach. I be trying to tell them they don't listen to me, but you tell it a lot better than I do, no doubt.
Yeah, I agree. What he did was he betted on himself, but he betted on himself in a market that he never really even played in or engaged in. Like he never had to draft or trade or do any of this type of stuff, and he betted on himself that he would be able to do it. And now it's looking more like, all of this is kind of hindsight. Yes, true, but if you're a good GM, they see things 3-4 years ahead of time. And
We're kind of nitpicking a little bit, right? We are nitpicking, but I thought that's what you do with GMs, though. I thought you nitpicking with GMs, right? I mean, it's not even nitpicking though, but that's what that's what we're doing. It's not nitpicking, but that's what you do as a GM. I thought, right?
That's potentially 4 first-round picks. Now, what's the name? Here's another point of people. So Hakeem says, I agree. They fumbled the players aspect of the trade, but we was preparing the team for a complete tank. Cap. You know what they try to do once they traded Victor Oladipo here? Hakeem,
wow.
Did we try to tank? Do you guys remember the wow factor?
The wow factor.
They try to do what Utah did.
Yep.
And
they tried to do it. They tried to win. Remember, we did try to win.
Because you know why?
Yeah.
Because
OKC. What was the wow factor again? Tell it to me again.
Wood, Oladipo, and John Wall.
Wood, Oladipo. Yeah, I know it.
They were winning games, and everybody was. You know why? They try to do what Danny Ainge is doing right now. But we were, and because you know why? Because we didn't own our pick that year. Because OKC owned our pick. It was top 4 protected.
Exactly. Yeah.
So they were. Any smart team would be like, which is the same situation will be next year. We're gonna be like, hey, let's just try to be good because we don't. You know what I mean? I don't want it to be like we're the 6th seed and we give it to OKC. But we were so incompetent that we got Jalen Green out of it, trying to win, bro. Y'all think about that.
Hey, no, that's facts though. That's facts. That's really what it is. If anybody has sat there and watched the games and followed the Rockets like what it is, you that makes sense to you.
Yeah, people gotta I know nobody looks at the minutia of all this stuff, but there are people if you follow all the dots and the trails, the reason that me and people up here are talking about, yeah, Stone did it. It's like it's not just like, oh, Jabari's shooting bad. Like this stuff started at the inception of all of this. Even with the Harden trade, they should have traded him that offseason. And that's
Yeah,
really the
yeah,
first sin. That was the first
yeah.
sin,
You're right.
and that set everything else in motion. But yeah, bro, that's
The whole fat suit thing. Remember the whole fat suit thing? That's what I mean. You got to trade him now, right? So you already got a little bit less than you could have got, right?
they let him.
He tanked his
Yeah, go
value,
ahead,
bro.
Space.
He tanked his
Yeah,
value.
but so you already got a little bit less. Stone knew that walking in, right, during the summer.
Bro, they got
So
reports out.
that goes to Frank saying that was the first, rock in the pond.
Yeah,
The
they got
first one.
reports saying that Harden already told him right after the bubble that when they LeBron put us out, Harden went into the locker room and said, "I want out." But they prolonged it and prolonged it. Came out with all kind of these bulls, BS uh reports talking about, oh, Harden says he's all in for the season and all that. Bro, they was lying. They was just outright lying. We didn't have a coach. They didn't want to re-up Mike D'Antoni. You know what I'm saying? So all of this was already known before then, and they waited around, sat on their hands, let the stove get cold, and we end
I
up
guess so.
getting bare minimum for Harden, basically.
Yeah, for sure. So all I can think of is if Tillman can pull the rabbit out the hat and do some crane moves like Astros did, this is all for nothing, right, Ghost? That's what you're saying, right?
What it is, I think he's waiting on some theoretical player to materialize so he can kind of dump everything on it. But he's just waiting. He's just mulling around in the murky waters. He's not actually going out there and being, man, you got to be competitive. You want to go out there, you got to take chances, you got to take risks, and you got to get out there and strike while the iron's hot. Not mulling around and procrastinating and doing whatever you think, just waiting on this theoretical guy to come up, because it's other teams out there with better packages than you. It's other teams out there with better players than you that they can move. It's other without him, like Frank's still saying, without him getting some quality players back in, you know what I'm saying, that he can actually move later. Now we stuck with a whole bunch of rookies that's unproven in Eric Gordon. And look at Jazz. They had Conley, Vanderbilt. I mean, other teams, if they want to go ahead and full out just tank, they got more better assets than we got, and they got more draft picks.
Y'all watch what Utah does over the next 2 or 3 years, because Utah is they just traded their Harden, so they're in year one right now, where we were, and then San Antonio's in the same boat. They're in year one. I'll be like, when people look at like San Antonio, be comparing our wins to theirs. We're in our third year of this. They're in 2020 when when we traded Harden. That's the team that they are. You know what I mean? So you can't really compare us. The teams we're comparable to is probably Detroit, might be our closest. OKC is closer to us as well, even though they're both a year ahead of us as far as like the start of their quote unquote tank seasons. But like, once again, there's so many of these types of things with the Rockets front office that they've done, these mistakes, whether you're talking about Daniel Tice and that whole shebang. And basically, you sign a Tice when you had Kelly O there. You let Kelly O walk, sign Tice, and then because you let him be there and be a terrible fit for the team, we lose all them damn games. You finally admit your mistake, and then when you try to trade him out to clean up the mistake, you take back Enes Kanter and Schroeder. Schroeder was an expiring contract, was never supposed to be on the roster. That trade actually didn't fall all the way through because Schroeder was supposed to go to a third team. So guess what we had to do? Eat his contract and just let him play out here and for nothing. Let him walk. And people were like, yeah, he's good vet experience. Like, bro, that's team speak.
Mm-hmm.
Every time we make a mistake, it'll be some team speak and people just eat it up. Y'all just got to be critical thinkers. Generally people aren't like, oh my God, let me go look at the trade logs and all that and look at how many picks we got. And I know just the general fan base doesn't look at that. But if you're going to be in the business that like me and Space and be informed and doing the stuff we do, we have to look at this stuff. And if anybody that's doing like content creation or streaming or podcasts, we all know this stuff. So some of us are more truthful than others about how we feel about this. Some people cap a lot. They'll talk about it behind closed doors. And then when they get on their platforms, it's all smiles and bubbles. But this not us, bro. We telling y'all like this is it. Like, so it's not like we're being negative and whatnot. It's reality. Like we've made a lot of bad moves, and to the point where we are with Eric Gordon on this roster, and we can't move him because his value, basically moving him, you'd be actually losing. That's where we're at, and it's not. We could have moved him. We had first offers for him, but we overvalued him and try to play the hardball game like we did with James Harden. So we let him go strip clubbing with Lil Baby in Vegas during the peak of the damn pandemic, while LeBron and KD and better players were in training camp working out. Tanked his value. He got fat. Teams got scared. His list went from like 7 to. If y'all remember that during like September and October when the trade rumors came out, it was like Miami and
Boston
Philly
and Denver.
Boston and Toronto. All these teams were involved. Then his antics and all this stuff happened, and it whittled down to like 2 or 3 teams. We did that. You gotta be decisive. I always use the OKC thing. Russ and Paul George told Presti they wanted out. He shipped them that summer, bro. They was gone that summer. They didn't even make it to training camp.
Facts. I'm gonna let you address Barry McCockner. He says, WTF. No, Wall said himself we were tanking. Yeah, they pivoted.
Yeah, they
to
pivoted to a tank after they lost like how many damn games in a row. That's when he was talking about he was playing with Justin Patton and all these guys there. That was like towards the end of the season where we were trash. Of course they were tanking. That's when they were like, damn, all right, well, we might as well just try to go for the top 4. But they didn't start off as a tank. They were indecisive, and by God's grace, that we were so bad at trying to be good that we ended up just pivoting naturally into a tank. But they were trying to win.
They was trying to win, bro. They was trying to, because truthfully, Tillman wanted them to. Tillman did not. He had just bought the team. He knows what tanking teams, you lose money in the end. He was actually trying to be competitive and still win, at least to get to. I can't remember who wrote that piece I had wrote. They was at least trying to shoot for the play-in game. They was at least trying to shoot, because I think that was like the first year the play-in even came about. And they was at least trying to shoot for the play-in game, and we lost 20 games in a row that season.
Yeah, I think the wow factor started off good, and they just sucked. They started sucking, and then I think C. Wood got hurt, and then it was like, okay, this is not. Victor Oladipo was literally the worst player on earth.
Yeah, and he's still close to
that. Nah, he got better in mine. He got a little better. But that dude was so bad, bro. I was just waiting every game like, damn, where is it at? This is our Harden piece, man. Come on. This dude was just so bad, man. I was like, in real time, just scared, like, oh my God, I hope this is not what I think it is. We did not make this mistake. This is the guy that we brought in for James Harden.
Bro, he fooled us. He fooled us that first game. He put up like 32 points, real efficient. You remember that?
Yeah. I think he had
that was his best game of his whole. And then it was just like he had got body snatched or something. You know, the Monstars came down and stole his powers, and he was never the same after that, bro. He was never the same. Then he started missing back-to-backs, and he wouldn't play for like 3 or 4 games in a row. It just got ugly. He was
gone. So Hakeem says, funny thing is, with all that said, if we get Wemby or Scoot, we're in great shape. Yeah, I mean, cool. If we don't, then we're not. You know what I mean? So that's the thing. Like, honestly, my thing is, as a business, as which the Rockets are a business, you never plan for the best outcome as your plan. That shouldn't be your plan. Your plan should be robust and have all outcomes. You should have counters and this and that, and be prepared for any type of situation that arises. That's just what prudent people do. So if you're so bad at your job that your main thing was to be incompetent into having good luck, then I don't even trust you with Wemby. I don't trust the Rockets with Wemby if that we can't get the little stuff right, because then we're gonna have Wemby like Anthony Davis in New Orleans, and this dude is you know what I mean? Maybe Wemby ends up going to LA after a couple seasons of losing down here in Houston.
Bro,
So, that could happen.
the Cleveland Cavaliers is just, they should send Stone a gift basket every Christmas because they were stuck with Victor Oladipo. They wasn't gonna give him a contract or nothing, and they wasn't gonna. They was just about to let him walk.
He was in Indiana, right? Or was he in Cleveland?
I mean, the Pacers. Yeah, they was about to just let that man walk. You know what I'm saying? But they ended up parlaying that and getting Karis LeVert out of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, we let them pivot. You know what I'm saying? We caused them to pivot, and then we let Jared Allen go, and then that just boosted up their rebuild.
Yep.
Like,
and let me address Hakeem again. See, I'm glad that he's asking these questions, because when I talk to people, these are the points they bring up that are wrong. This has nothing to do with tanking. Tanking is not a let me be the worst at my job till I get lucky. Tanking is a tool that you have to be very tactical and strategic about. And I just went through some of the tactical errors the Rockets made in their tank.
mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Tanking isn't just having Jabari shoot 20% so we can lose games. Like, tanking is willing. You're like how the Jazz are been almost razor precise with what they're doing. Like, we are gonna win to boost up our players. Now I'm gonna sell these players and I'm gonna start losing on this date. That's tanking. That's tanking. That's how you know a team is like they know what they're doing. They can turn it off. Like, okay, stop. When OKC got to sit half they damn rookies because they don't want to win, that's tanking. So there's a difference. It's not just like one tier of just like we're all tankers, but the outcome could be the same. Yes, you could still be the one that doesn't know what you're doing and get Wemby. The point is, what are you going to do with Wemby? Wemby got to play in the game with 4 other people. He has to be coached and compete against other great players, and you know what I mean? Wemby's not going to win every championship while he's in the league, and he's going to be a rookie that's going to be weak and have to get strength and do all this stuff and learn and grow, and people are going to double and take advantage of him and play to his weaknesses. So, yeah, bro, he still needs to be developed too. If you can't develop Jabari and all these other guys, then, how should we trust you with Wemby?
Yeah, like I always say, if this was football, have at it. Be the worst team because you guaranteed that spot. You guaranteed that first spot. You know what I'm saying? But with basketball, it's almost like a luck of the draw. Everybody from like what you said, Frank, from the 1st to the 7th pick got a legit 14% chance of getting the number 1 pick.
Nah, it's first. I think the bottom is either bottom 3 or bottom 4. I think it's bottom 4. Has 14% chance. If you're the worst team, you're guaranteed a top 5 pick.
That's it.
So,
but top 5
yeah.
is you get stuck. You get stuck in a weak draft. Usually, it's only two guys out of that.
Benny Max is bottom 3. Yeah, so bottom 3 has 14%. Then the worst team in the league is guaranteed a top 5 pick. And the worst team has never gotten in this since they changed the lottery to be this new method. The worst team has never gotten the number 1 pick. So maybe it's going to be this season. We might not even be the worst team. There's some teams out there, man, gunning for us. Charlotte, I think they in the mix. I think Detroit is in the mix. So once we do get to a point where it is clear, I do expect them to be smart and tank. But the Rockets would do some like opposite type stuff on some what's your boy Texans last coach?
Big Beard, Lovey Smith.
Yeah, man. They would do some like, oh yeah, Jalen's trying to go for some dumb record. Like, bro, nah. If we are in a race towards the end of this season, and it's clear that they're not making any leaps, if it's even close, I need Knicks 40 minutes a game, bro.
Yeah.
I need Knicks running pick and rolls with who's the worst with Bruno. Bruno Knicks pick and rolls. I need Bruno and double big lineups with Bruno and Boban. We need all that, bro.
We need Tari Eason running the pick and rolls. Him and Bruno or somebody.
Tari on fast break. Hey, every fast break, just throw the ball to Tari. That should be the play.
Yeah, bro. We about to get up out of here real quick. Oh man, it look like my stream tripping. Here
Mine
we
is
go.
good.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, you back?
Yeah, we good. We good. Now we about to get up out of here, man. Like always, man. Appreciate y'all for stopping by, man. I love chopping it up with y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just a good atmosphere. You know what I'm saying? It's a good atmosphere. Appreciate my boy Frank coming through. Sounds like he's a little bit better than he went. He's not under the weather
Yeah,
no more.
man, yeah, I was a little out of there, man. I was I'm still trying to make my voice sound regular, but yeah, man, appreciate you, bro. And to the fans, you know what I mean, we're not trying to like depress y'all. We just keeping it real, man. That's our motto here. Good, bad, ugly. We try to keep it real. You know what I mean? And to Hakeem Olajuwon's point in the chat, all of this, hell, we can get Wemby, Harden shows up. They get a bunch of vets, fire Coach Silas, bringing in some good Kenny Atkinson, and next year we a playing team or something like that. Yeah, that could be the case. But you just want to see some consistency. You want to see some progress towards that, because the NBA is a very competitive league, and I mean, you got to remember, if you're gonna be a good team, you have to beat out other good teams, and it's not just because now I want to be good. So okay, the Kings are just gonna lay down for you, or the Memphis is just gonna let you win. So we just got to see some of that progress towards that goal. But I appreciate you, Space, letting me get on here and get a little post game venting.
Oh man, this our platform, bro. Like, I'll be wanting you up here more often, but I know you be having your own thing to do. But like always, appreciate y'all for coming through. And if you haven't already, like, subscribe, hit the like button. I see we didn't really have a whole lot of likes this go round. I didn't want to stop it, but y'all gotta do better, Chop Shop. Y'all gotta do better. Hit the like button, man. It's free. It's free. And if you haven't already, hit the links in the description. You become a member. Go check out our merch. Y'all know how we do it over here at the Chop Shop, man. We appreciate all the support. We praying for Turkey with the earthquake thing. Y'all boys
And
always
Syria.
the real one. And Syria,
Yeah.
of course. But
All our followers, yeah.
all our followers, man, y'all the real ones, man. Y'all the goats. Appreciate it, man. We just like to chop it up, bro. We gonna get up out of here. Go ahead and end this thing, man. Y'all see us back. Who we got next, Frank?
Man, I haven't looked. I don't even be looking. It's just like looking at who gonna beat you up the next day.
What bully gonna come in and beat us?
Let me see. I think our schedule is supposed to be get a little harder. Let's see. We got games. We got Heat tomorrow, bro. Well, I guess not tomorrow since it's midnight now. On tomorrow's Thursday. I think Heat on Friday.
Yeah, Friday.
Yeah. Then we got I think then we get a long break of like 6 days, it look like.
Cause the All-Star break, right?
Would that be All-Star break? I don't know.
I believe so.
Oh, okay. But yeah, we got Heat. That's all I know. The next game.
For sure. So y'all come back, join us for the Heat game. I think we probably lose that one.
Yep.
We might lose that one, but we gonna keep it as long as it was competitive like it was tonight. I don't have too much, I don't really have too much big gripes. The rotations was better, the energy was better, the effort was better. We seen Jalen and Sengun get off together at a.
Hey,
Go ahead.
real quick, Space. There's just been a trade.
Really, this late?
Yeah. Let's see. Well, let's see. Toronto Raptors acquired Jakob Poeltl for Kim Birch and a 2024 first round pick and 2 future. Okay, that ain't nothing.
Oh no.
Little light trade.
I like Lil Birch though. Birch is all right little player though.
Yeah, Jakob Poeltl.
And Jakob, he got he rim protection.
Yeah, that's good. San Antonio was asking for 2 firsts for him. Birch in the first is pretty good.
Yeah, it is.
Return for Jakob.
For Jakob Poeltl. Yeah.
Now watch these teams, man. Watch Spurs and
you see these
Utah.
little in the between the margins like type of trades, man. They end up they end up being significant down the line. If you know what I'm saying? Like, you can't never just look at like a trade and be like, oh, we couldn't use him, or you know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
you never know. It's contracts. It's all kinds of situations that can go into all of this, man. Like a GM, a real GM. Is RC Buford still over there?
Yep.
Yeah, that's Buford, man. Buford got a plan. He got a plan. He don't just make moves just to make moves. So, yeah, brother. Appreciate you for
All
coming
right, bro.
through, Frank, man. We going to get up out of here. Let's go, Chop Shop. CSGs, man, holding it down. Y'all the best. Y'all the best, bro. We all we got, bro. We all we got. We going to make it through this season. Y'all come back and holler at us Friday when we take on the Miami Heat. See you when I see you, fellas. Let's get it.